Hello and welcome to another episode here on my channel. My name is ChaosMole and today we have another update regarding the Activision Blizzard lawsuit and the sexual harassment which is going on. And what you are seeing here in the background is one of the pictures who were now posted by Kotaku regarding the Cosby Suite. And yes, this picture is real. This is from Afrasiabi's Facebook page. So they didn't make this up somewhere. They actually found it there. There are also multiple screenshots of the chat group, which was called the Cosby group, and it just lines up. So what we will do here is I will read the article and I will read the information which are available, and I will do that in a neutral manner as far as it goes. And then afterwards, if you are still interested, I will give my own opinion about all of this. But at this point, you probably can already guess my opinion about all of this. So with that said, what we will do now is, as I said, I will read the article and you can follow me on that. And then afterwards, I give you my honest opinion here. Keep in mind, this is Kotaku and they reported on this. I know that some people will say, oh, Kotaku, here's the thing. They are literally just reporting on the pictures and showcasing the pictures. And you can think whatever you want about Kotaku, but they can at least report on something like this. Yeah, not all their pieces are always very neutral, but just showcasing pictures and basically just showcasing what happened and quoting the people who have been there, I think is even something Kotaku cannot screw up. So with that said, let's have a look at the article and let's read this. But the Cosby Suite was more than just a nickname or a joke. Based on images and comments Afrasiabi posted on his Facebook supplied to Kotaku by a former developer at Blizzard, it was reportedly a booze-filled meeting place where many, including Afrasiabi, would pose with an actual portrait of Bill Cosby while smiling. That was a picture we have seen before. It was also a hotspot for informal networking at Blizzcon. 3 sources told Kotaku, where people looking to make inroads at the company would go to meet and hang out with some of the top designers. Day 0 preparations made. Cosby Suite in effect. Baller, see you at the show with this weekend. Well done, rock. Here's the thing, that at BlizzCon, you're basically starting to have some drinking session in the evening. It's very normal. I have been to a lot of gaming meeting sites, and especially in the evening, you drink. The amount of alcohol developers can just drink is kind of flabbergasting sometimes. So this is not as unusual, but calling the Cosby Suite might be a little bit. Afrasiabi did not respond to Kotaku by press time and has deleted most of his social media presence, but Afrasiabi can clearly be seen in a number of pictures, surrounded by a variety of unidentified people sitting on a bed. The captions on the screenshots suggest the album hails from the gathering held for BlizzCon 2013 in a hotel room that was repeatedly referred to as the Cosby Suite in the comments. The captions and comments are both written by and refer by name to other Blizzard employees, the pictures show. One ex-Blizzard source familiar with the people presented in the picture identified an HR representative as one of the Blizzard's employees present in the hotel room. Another image from the same Facebook album shows a screenshot of a 2013 group chat called the Blizzcon Cosby Crew. In it, the former Blizzard designer David Kosak writes, "I'm gathering the hot chicks for the cause." "Bring 'em," replies Afrasiabi. "You can't marry all of them, Alex," Kosak writes. "I can. I'm Middle Eastern," responds Afrasiabi. Jesse McCree, currently a lead game designer at Blizzard, then writes, "You misspelled fuck." Corey Stockton, currently a lead game designer at Blizzard, and Greg Street, former Blizzard developer currently working on a new MMO at Riot Games, were also present in the chat. The chat was provided as a series of screenshots depicting a wide array of Facebook posts by Afrasiabi, all under a 2013 photo album. The album contained a picture exclusively dedicated to the amount of alcohol procured in preparation for the Cosby Suite, according to the captions. The album showcases the large framed Cosby photo from a variety of angles held by a number of different people. "Possible the greatest group chat in the history of mankind," Stockton wrote in a Facebook comment at the time based on the screenshot. Stockton and McGree did not immediately respond to a request for a moment. Street and Cossack declined to comment. By 2013, there were already multiple allegations of sexual assault against Cosby. Even if a conviction, which was later overturned on a technicality, wouldn't come until 2018. According to one source with knowledge of the hotel room, the Cosby Suite name was a play on the comedian's iconic ugly sweaters and didn't have any sexual connotation, at least not when the joke began. Instead, they suggest the running joke was that the room in question looked dated, like the sweater. One source said they were told it was a reference to an ugly boardroom room back at the Blizzard's main office, which reportedly had similar patterns to the sweater. Another said they understood it to be a reference to an ugly hotel room during a different gaming conference, but in all pictures of the 2013 Blizzcon hotel room reviewed by Kotaku, the walls were largely white and blank, and the decor was nondescript. The rug visible in some of the photographs does have a pattern, but it looks nothing like the sweaters in the framed picture everyone is holding. Another ex-Blizzard source pushed back on claims the Cosby Suite was a joke about the ugly boardrooms or sweaters, noting that when Blizzard moved to its new Irvine, California campus in 2008, the office had been freshly painted and, to their knowledge, there was no infamous ugly boardroom. Moreover, regardless of the source of the joke, many of the captions and comments posted on the 2013 Cosby Suite album are sexual in nature. During discussions with Kotaku, sources who suggested that the joke was an innocent play on an infamous room somewhere else also insisted that, despite this apparent widespread notoriety that was memorable enough to commemorate with a framed picture, they did not know the room belonged to Afrasiabi specifically. Two other former Blizzard developers told Kotaku that when they heard about the Cosby Suite through whisper networks, they clearly interpreted it as a reference to the allegation against him. Like, here's the thing, and I just want to throw that in very quickly. Even if this started out in 2013 as a joke, I am pretty sure that this Cosby Suite continued over the years, because that's what the lawsuit is at least suggesting. But let's continue. In one image procured by Kotaku, a group of women are sitting on a bed in the room with the Cosby portrait. One of the women appears to have a hand on another's breast, which is sheared on by the man in the comments. The image procured by Kotaku and two sources with knowledge of Afrasiabi's alleged predatory behavior. Cosby's reputation was apparently the point of why the group of men gathered around his picture in the photos. It was such a boys' club that creating something like the Cosby Suite was seen as funny, one source told Kotaku. Only you could get an FSC laid, Alex Afrasiabi, reads one of the Facebook comments on the picture. Cos approved, reads another written by Cossack. However, one source told Kotaku that Cossack was one of the few people who intervened in the past when another Blizzard developer was sexually harassing them. The Cosby Suite and Blizzcon Cosby Crew chat also call into question recent statements by current and former high-ranking Blizzard developers. While Street recently apologized for a sexist panel response to a World of Warcraft fan at BlizzCon 2010, he did not give any public indication that he was aware or involved in something like the Cosby Suite, despite it being publicly mentioned in California's current lawsuit. Afrasiabi mysteriously left the company sometime last year without an official announcement by Activision Blizzard. Up until the filing of the lawsuit becoming public, many of his contributions to the game persisted, including multiple non-player characters and items that reference his name. After some fans demanded that references to him being removed, the World of Warcraft team said on Tuesday night that the inappropriate references would soon be pulled from the game. While Blizzard did not specify what exactly is going to be axed, the post mentions the brave women who have come forward to share their stories following the lawsuit. An employee brought these 2013 events to our attention in June 2020. A spokesperson for Activision Blizzard told Kotaku when asked about the Cosby Suite, images and allegations against Afrasiabi. We immediately conducted our own investigation and took correction action. At the time of the report, we had already conducted a separate investigation of Alex Afrasiabi and terminated him for his misconduct and his treatment of other employees. And this is now like a recap of all the things which basically happened. And here's the point, like as I said before, this very much speaks against the whole narrative of, hey, I didn't know about this. What? Something like this happened? Why did nobody tell me about this? And it's like, yeah, it seems like that a lot of the higher-ups at Activision Blizzard actually knew about this. And by the way, this is Alex Afrasiabi. I have seen some other faces here. I have to look it up. I don't want to point out anyone wrongly, but I think one of them is the Diablo 4 lead designer right now. This is Mr. Greg Street, aka Ghostcrawler, who is now working on the new Riot Games MMO, which, well, as you probably know, Riot Games has their own issues with sexual harassment and stuff going on right now, or has been for over a year. And it's like, whoa, that's a coincidence, isn't it? And here's the thing, like, when people always tell me that a lot of the higher-ups didn't know about this, I put that into question at this point. I truly believe what happened here was pretty simple and is a very corporate reaction. The higher-ups probably made a decision. Intervene, and this will cost you a lot of money, or not to intervene, and it might be cheaper. That's the calculation those people on the top will run. What is more damaging to the company as a whole and more damaging to the money they will make? And their calculation was probably for quite a while, this is cheaper, just let it happen. Don't intervene, because when you start to intervene, there might be reasons for multiple lawsuits. And changes have to be implemented. Those changes cost money, and so on and so forth. Like, they probably thought they could get away with it, and they don't really have to care about it. And I find that just disgusting. And I know this is not just a gaming or Blizzard problem, it's an industry problem, but that doesn't change the fact. I have seen a lot of comments in the last few days, even under my YouTube videos, where people were basically calling me out and be like, yeah, you're fishing for clicks, and oh my god, nobody cares that you don't play Blizzard games anymore, and this is just there to get some clout. I was like, dude, no, it's not. The thing is, for me personally, like, that totally disgusts me. And thankfully, there are enough other video games out there. Like, people make it sound like as if they only have Blizzard games in their life or Activision games in their life and nothing else is playable. And I was like, no, I can just go anywhere else. And we also talked about the whole thing that, yeah, you would damage or you will hurt the small developer by doing so. And I like to point out that those people have been already hurt. A lot of those small developers are women. And they have been hurt quite a bit. And not just women, there are also men who are getting like that bullshit. They have been hurt. And they now have a chance that things are changing. Because if you were basically not changing your behavior and you were just like, what can I do about it? Let's just continue this. For the company, that's a sign of, oh, okay, the impact wasn't too big. Well, then we can just continue with this. As I said, it's a money thing. If they see that there is like a cost fallacy to it and it costs more to change, then they will not change. Like we just talked about the letter Bobby Kotick was releasing like yesterday, and he finally reacted. It took him nearly a week to react to all of this. And he probably just reacted because the numbers were going down. The shares were plummeting, like it was really looking bad that day. And the shareholders actually started to get their own investigation going with a law firm. So you had to basically damage the money side of things on Blizzard first before that dude was even reacting, even though this whole shit show was going on for a week. So yeah, it seems like that if people create some pressure, there might be a chance the companies change. Now, of course, as I said, it seems like that there are still a good amount of those people in the picture working at Blizzard, and Blizzard has to really clean house. Activision, the same thing. Like right now, we are focusing very much on Blizzard, but I'm pretty sure that it doesn't look much better at Activision. And Ubisoft apparently also started their own thing right now, where Ubisoft developers now started to ask for change or demand change, even though Ubisoft has been promising for over a year now that, yeah, we will change, we will make it better. And people are like, no, you don't. You don't change anything. So maybe, just maybe, this might be the start of a change in the whole gaming industry. It would be good, because I assume, or I have to assume at this point, this whole thing right here is not just a Blizzard problem. I believe we will find similar groups everywhere around in the gaming world. And for me personally, I have reached a point where I'm just disgusted by this, and I have enough. And as I said, I stand by my decision. I will not cover any Blizzard games anymore. I will not play any Blizzard games anymore. And believe me, I have planned to play the new Diablo 2. Well, the remake of Diablo 2. I was actually kind of hyped for Diablo 4. I was looking forward to some of the Blizzard games. But at this point, I can't. I can't. Because I don't know if the person who maybe designed this character I'm playing right now maybe did something horrible to themselves after a Christmas party because they got sexually harassed or even abused, which we heard from the lawsuit. Like, when I just remember that, it's for me like, yeah, no thanks. Like, I don't want to support this. So as long as we don't hear from the people who are working at the place that there are actually significant changes and things are getting better, I just stay away from Activision Blizzard. It's as simple as that. And yeah, it will hurt me. It will hurt me as a content creator, because Activision Blizzard is, let's say, one of the easiest videos to make clicks from, if you want to live from that. It's a reality. Like, you create like content for Blizzard, you probably get some good clicks on it. But yeah, I wanna look into the mirror in the morning, and that's something I've always been doing. And if I have this picture in front of my eyes whenever I play a Blizzard game, no thanks. With that said, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, I would appreciate if you might decide to click on the like button on your way out. If you didn't like this video for whatever reason, well, there's a dislike button right next to it. And if you're new to the channel, you want to see more gaming news, updates to this particular topic, you want to see reaction videos, live streams, and all the whole gaming shebang, I would appreciate if you might consider to subscribe to the channel, because it would help me greatly. With that said, thank you so much for watching. Stay safe. I see you next time. Bye bye.